Jack London, The Little Lady of the Big House, Part 28. Young Dick, quick and sure in all his perceptions and adjustments, dropped on the instant to hands and knees on the trestle. This gave him better holding and more space, because he crouched beneath the overhang of the boxcars. Tim, not so quick in perceiving and adjusting, also overcome with Celtic rage at the brakeman, instead of dropping to hands and knees, remained upright to flare his opinion of the brakeman to the brakeman in lurid and ancestral terms. "Get down! Drop!" young Dick shouted. But the opportunity had passed. On a downgrade, the engine picked up the train rapidly, facing the moving cars with empty air at his back and the depth beneath. Tim tried to drop on hands and knees, but the first twist of his shoulders brought him in contact with the car and nearly outbalanced him. By a miracle he recovered equilibrium, but he stood upright. The train was moving faster and faster. It was impossible to get down. Young Dick, kneeling and holding, watched the train gathered way. The cars moved more swiftly. Tim, with a cool head, his back to the fall, his face to the passing cars, his arms by his sides, with nowhere safe under his feet, a holding point, balanced and swayed. The faster the train moved, the wider he swayed, until, exerting his will, he controlled himself and ceased from swaying, and all would have been well with him, had it not been for one car. Young Dick knew it and saw it coming. It was a palace horse car, projecting 6 inches wider than any car on the train. He saw Tim see it coming. He saw Tim steel himself to meet the abrupt subtraction of half a foot from the narrow space wherein he balanced. He saw Tim slowly and deliberately sway out to the extremest limit, and yet not sway out far enough. The thing was physically inevitable. An inch more and Tim would have escaped the car. An inch more and he would have fallen without impact from the car. It caught him in that margin of an inch and hurled him backward and side-twisting. Twice he whirled sidewise, and 2.5 times he turned over ere he struck on his head and neck on the rocks. He never moved after he struck. The 70-foot fall broke his neck and crushed his skull. And right there young Dick learned death, not the ordered, decent death of civilization, wherein doctors and nurses and hypodermics is the stricken one into the darkness, and ceremony and function and flowers and undertaking institutions conspire to give a happy leave, taking and sent off to the departing shade, but sudden death, primitive death, ugly and ungarnished, like the death of Esther in the shambles of a fat swan stuck in the jugular.